So what's up, y'all? I'll never understand this, nor am I trying to understand this to that extent. What do you want God to do? Just to sit down, break bread with you, have lunch with you, dinner with you? What you want to do? Meet up? What you want to do? Go to the park? Swing sets for God to tell you that it's time to elevate your mind, to leave that person off, cut that person off. That person is not meant to be in your life for whatever season that you did welcome that individual into your life for. They was never supposed to be there. You already had the intuition. You already had the tools. You were already supposed to been standing on the Bible. You was working with common sense, but instead you chose to keep bringing down red flags because you was afraid of a season of isolation. People were talking about their so-called friends, the outings that they were going out on, having companionship. But we're going to focus on this word, so-called friends, that we sometimes use a little bit too friendly. Now, would a friend really come and just blatantly tell you they don't like you? Would a friend blatantly tell you straight up who else does not like you and start naming people in not only their family that does not like you, but start telling you people in your own family who they don't like? And then their reason being, they just don't like them and they don't know why. Now you realize that this person has already took in some juice, been drinking the juice. And, it has been said, a mind that is, on them other thought system, maybe been drinking on the juice, that they do speak sober thoughts. Now they in your face, basically just tearing you down. And it has commonly been said to me growing up, you cannot argue with someone who is basically out of their mind. They have a personality about them. They have a deposition about them where they like to make you feel like you are in the interrogation seat, to make you feel less than, to try to question you about your relationship. They see that you're okay. You're not making a big deal out of anything that needs to be discussed. And anyways, why would you discuss your most prized situation with them? Only thing you need to be discussing, if you have something to discuss, and God has been good to you and you have a testimony and you want to share with that person, because not everybody even deserves your testimony. Not everybody is excited or happy for your breakthrough. So when we talk about guarding our heart, when we talk about coming from the book of Jeremiah to talk about the heart can be deceitful and wicked, not everybody is for you. It is so true. I don't care how people try to dress it up, dress it down. People tell you, well, I'm 50 something years old now. I'm 60 something years old now. And I'm at a point now where I can say what I want to say, how I want to say it. I don't care how people take it. Well, there comes a time when everybody is going to have to be silenced. There comes a time when every knee shall bow down. Every tongue must confess that Jesus is Lord. There comes a time when people have to realize that there is only one judge. People will try to sit up here and call you out for your faults from some things that they may know about you, which may be true, which may be not. And they may be adding on to that. And they feel like they get a pass because they drunk on the juice. Well, just to be clear, that juice sometimes that they are drinking on may not be something that they're actually physically sipping on. They may be drunk off the juice that they may be feeding their minds with internally. They may be drunk off the juice on what their own interpretation is of just darn right not liking you and having a jealousy spirit about you. You may live in their mind 24/7 and they just can't seem to get around you. So the question comes about, how did you even get connected with this person? Is it a person from your childhood growing up and you decided to reconnect? Y'all decided to reconnect and then you find out that they are still the same person that they was 20, 30, 40 years ago. That could be. Is it a situation where your kids are cool like that, and y'all meet. Families can sometimes come together, blended families, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then the real true them comes out. But then we talk about that being chosen with that light so shine. It's a lot of false chosen people out here too, but you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. You still got to know and be able to quote that scripture. That is why it is a constant renewance of the mind. Everybody is not for you. You can sit up here and pray for people. Yeah, you can, but you don't have to devote your life for a lifetime of prayer, because some people just don't want to change, and some people are just going to be lost, and they're okay with that, I guess, because that's the decision that you sometimes have to meet up with God. If you want to have that meet up, you cannot save everybody. What I have learned, you have to get selfish with self. Pray for yourself. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for your enemies, that they can see the light, but not everybody can go. And at the same time, every boat has to sit on its own bottom. The door swings both ways. Not everybody's going to respect you. So when I say, that's on RESPECT, if you want respect, you got to give respect. Everybody's not going to give you respect. Let's just be upfront with that. Everybody is not going to give you respect, because if everybody did, we wouldn't be living in the world that we are living in, with so much anger, so much deceit, so much animosity, so much people of non-accountability to take accountability for their own actions. Best thing you can do when you know it's time to move on, let them go. Stop trying to convince yourself that, well, maybe it was just me. It wasn't you. It was them all along. Some people don't have the intentions because they want to keep bringing you down, want you to be a part of their team, seeing who you can help to devour with them. And then all the time, like, let's say if you wind up saying something against the person that they're talking about, and it could be your own sister, just out of nowhere, they don't even know your sister like that. And even if they do think, you don't allow that. That's just one of the things where I can say, but you can't say, look, it's just negative people study progressing, and they want people on their side. You have to be on guard at all time. I understand sometimes it can get tiresome. Sometimes you're like, where are we going with this conversation? But you really got to think in terms of, what would God want me to do? I don't care if you didn't get it right that day. And sometimes you got to do a repeat and go back and visit that day. Hey, I was just really thinking when you had brought up, or you can leave it as is, because sometimes we don't always catch everything. But my best line of defense at that time, when this person was talking too much, I stopped her because I was already ready. It was uncomfortable. I already stopped her. She was saying too much. This woman was going back 10 years about something. And I'm like, wow, I've known this woman however long. But not everybody is ready for the truth. People talk about how they keep it real. They don't keep it real, because they lives is full of misery. Their lives are full of hate. Their lives is full of envy, jealousy, and seeing who they can devour. It is true. Be the doorkeeper of your home, your mind, your body, your spirit. When they try to tell you, I love you, if you said I love you back, ask God to forgive you for that. And especially if you know you didn't mean it. Be careful of these powers and principalities, because that's who we really fighting. The people that come to our houses and how they got in, because people are coming in all types of forms. We may think, oh, well, this is just such and such, shoot, this woman is like 67 years old. She's a good person. That's a child right there. They 18, they an adult, but 21, they good people. It's just a childlike spirit. Beware and take your rightful place, especially when you know who you are and whose you are. Be of good courage, because not everybody is meant to be your friend. And sometimes ain't nothing wrong with isolation, because that gives you that time where you can let go, let God, regroup, and get back on the path of your purpose that God has originally designed for you, because you will always and will be a designer's original, and can't nobody do it like you. But you got to hear from God on how to move forward.